everybody again. So today it's another session of me doing my nails, and thank you for having me and watching me doing my sessions. Sorry about my voice today. I'm battling a cold, and in this days and age, the cold symptoms mean you are likely prone to get COVID. So I am at home at the moment waiting for my test result, because in my field work you have to have a negative result every time you're showing symptoms before you can get back on the working shift again. So I thought I'll take advantage and I'll do my nails. So the last time you guys seen me doing my nails, I've removed my old set. It's been nearly a week now. I was intending to leave it blank or nothing on for a while, because I was trying something else out this weekend, but that has been changed. Shift change, plan change, so I'm gonna do my nails again today. So my nails is already newly prepped from the last time when I remove it, so I don't want to go through my buffling through it again. So I'm just going to push the cuticle up. Hopefully my voice can stay throughout the session. So when you push your cuticle up, you use the cuticle pusher, of course, and just gently lifting the skin off. And you're scraping out any old skin underneath there. We're going to do a very simple set. I'm going to do a straight clear set today, and I'm going to show you how I change my nails in a short time. So if I'm intending to wear the set for a very short time and then change it again, like I mentioned the last time, I don't believe in removing everything all off every single time. So if I'm only going to wear the new set for about a week, then, or less than, if I have the time, but generally say a week, then I would go and do my base set as clear. And then then do my design on the top of the clear, and then in a week time I can simply just go back, shaved off the design, and leave me with my clear coat. So the clear coat will help me see if there's any lifting going on underneath. If there is, I can just simply shave away the lifting and then reapply the base again, smooth it out, and then just do the design again. It's also save time, because you don't have to go through the whole process of taking it off. Anyway, sorry, scraping off the skin again. You can see there's some stubborn skin. I can use a machine for this, but I don't like to use a machine too close to my skin. So I'm going to do this by hand first, and then I will use a very fine head and go through the skin again quickly. So you can see I lifted skin off, and then start scraping. Focus on this step. It will really help prevent lifting later on. Had a broken corner on that hands, but I'll show you how to touch up that little corner, how I usually touch up that little missing corner. And then we'll do the thumb. Just pushing it up. You can see there's a good 2 millimeters gap there that I managed to push up. And then you just really focus in the corner. That's where all your skins lay. And down there. So after this, we will use a cuticle head. We'll run through the cuticle one more time, lifting up all the dead skin and any excess cuticle here around this trim. I can trim it off with a cuticle cutter. I showed this before. Here are some of the cuticle head I use directly on my nail bed. These are the only kind of head that you can use. It's super fine and it's designed to be able to be gentle on your skin. So with the small head you can go right in cuticle line, collect the corner, rub against all this, the free skin here, go back in the corner and then go back out. Or some people can do it both ways, so they do one direction like this and then they turn the e-file into the other direction and they do like this. Okay, I'm not very good at that way, but that's another option. And this is the one that I go on my cuticle after the powder is on because it's a little bit chunkier, so we use this. And when you use it on your direct natural nails, very gentle speed, but you hardly can hear it at all. You see, I'm just going through my cuticle, digging into I'm just pushing up the cuticle, right, and just go gently on the nail surface. I'm not digging into the nail surface. This kind of step will take time to practice, so go very gently first. And this kind of head is very soft, and so I can go on my hand. So you go right inside there. That's where a lot of skin lay, and that will create a lot of lifting. Very gentle. Shave away all the skin into the corner, lifting it up, giving that nice round curve at your cuticle edge. This ring finger that I'm doing is my funny finger because I jam it with a church door knob before, and it came off, of course, and once it comes back on, never the same again. go outside the cuticle just to wrap around it. Pull your skin away if you can, so you can get into the nitty-gritty place. Just remember to be very, very gentle. Don't want to take any more than you should have. We're only taking the cuticle, the skin off the nail. We're not hacking into our nails. And the reason I'm thoroughly cleaning this, as I say, I'm going to do a clear coat after this. And presumably that clear coat I want to keep quite a long time. That's why I want to be quite thorough with my prep, so it will prevent lifting. Hopefully in a week time I will come back and change my nails, and then you can see how the nails looks like in a week time. Edge, you can get this old skin buildup. You can shave it, preventing from trimming it off later. Brush the excess off whenever you think is needed, so you can see clearly where you're going. If you are doing this in your dominant hand, like if your non-dominant hand doing your dominant hand with this step, be very, very careful. See, I haven't gone any more further down the nails because this is all would have been filed before, and it would have been a bit thinner than the new nails on the top. So if it doesn't need any roughing up, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to trim it. You can do this with scissors as well. So you can see I'm just basically cutting away that excess skin on the top. See? Just that bit. I'm not going in any further than what needed. So you can see the difference between the cuticle uncut and the one that's been cut. So the one that's been cut, it's a lot neater. Now this is called dry cuticle cutting. But if you were going to a shop, especially to the nail shop, and if you need to have your cuticle clean, you will see they will put it inside, put your hand inside a water bowl and soak it for a while, and then they will take your hands out and they will go snip, 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 and a lot of skin come out. And that's the typical Vietnamese manicure. But what happened the next day? Your hands will bloom with excess skin all around. Because when they soak it inside water, they make the skin or the cuticle go soft. But what happens is they will end up taking more than they should. So what happened to the skin? It will think that there's missing layers on the cuticle, so overnight it will start to build up that layer again. So therefore the next day you see your cuticle is like a blooming flower, because your body recognizing that too much skin has been removed and we need to repair. So it's try to ironically it's try to build up what just been removed. But when you take it with the right limit, so you're only taking off the excess skin, not the actual protection skin, because while your cuticle are there around your nails, they are there to protect your nails. So if there's too much of it being harmed, this body will think, okay, there's not enough protection around here, let's send repair out and repair that part. But if what you've taken is just enough, then the body won't notice anything, and your cuticle just keep growing naturally. So you can see what we've taken off. It's just whatever that's sitting on top of the nail is the main thing, right? Because that's what lifting happened. And whatever that we were able to push up, we trim that out. So we haven't gone into the cuticle. There's no redness whatsoever. Okay, and we're just cleaning out our skin, and all our skin is very, very minimal what we take off. It's just purely excess skin sitting on the top. Alright, that's all set. Now we're ready to dip. As I say, I'm not going to roughen it up again. Because I've already run that around my new skin. Some people can use this sandy head to go around one more time, but I'm happy with the way they are, so I'm not going to use it. So we're going to dehydrate the nails. So this is step number 1. It's just to take away the dust that we created. Take away any oil. So it's create a bit of bonding later. We're going to fix up that corner. Okay, see that little corner there that's missing? So it's not square when you look directly down, so it's got a little clip. So firstly, I'm using all clear powder. My number 2, excuse me, I'm just going to touch my number 2 on that corner. Just going to dip it in. Just in that corner. After I dip it, I use the dry nails, push the powder down, and then I do it again, just at the corner, and then push the powder down from here, lifting up the edges as well. So you can see the corners start filling up now, right? Just gonna do one more time. See how that little corner got patched up? You can see down here. So we just added that little corner to make the nails more even later when we shave down the whole thing. So we're going to start dipping. Now I usually say for my very first base coat, I'm only go about 80%. So where the old layer ends, that's where I start. This is to create that nice apex curved and not having a very junky cuticle line. I haven't shaved the nails either. I'm gonna do it at the end. So you can see I don't go a straight line, I make a curved line. You can see how they, like an inverted smile line. Now, second layer, we're gonna go full. I'm leaving the hair length short. If you happen to flood your line, when I mean flood, that means it's getting a bit too close to your cuticle. Use something to clean it off straight away before you put the powder on. It will be easier than waiting till the powder comes on, then you clean off. Usually the base would be the only clear coat, and from this coat onward it would have been the color that I wanted. But because my intention is to do full set clear and then do additional design on the top, therefore I'm going to dip everything clear. The only thing you have to ensure when you do it this way, that you got additional color in gel or normal color to do your design with. Because once the dip is already set up in clear, you can't usually use a dip to do the design anymore. So from here you can paint gel color, paint normal color. So you have a lot of choices for design. You can do stamping, you can do foil. Okay, so that's my first full coat. Now I'm going to go through the second. Once again, all the way through the top. but I'm not going all the way to the side. I'm going straight down the middle. So that means I want to build up the middle part of the nail, but I don't want the cuticle or the size of the nails to look bulky. When your solution is already sitting on a powder base underneath, the solution will take longer to dry out, so you can do multiple fingers. This technique usually do with clear is better, because if you do it with a color code, it might create uneven color layer. So you would have dipped 2 coat of color and then you use the clear to create this height layer if you want it. Some people nails already quite concave, don't need it, but some people nail quite flat, and then you might have to do build up to give that knives apex, and B to give stability to the nails. Okay, so number 4, and I think this will be my final coat. Cover the whole nails again, but on the top cuticle line here, bring it down a little bit. So not all the way to the cuticle, bring it down a little bit. I want to go to the side, but then I'm not to go all the way to the top. The last layer I already went all the way to the top. See, when you do clear, and if you don't brush up the excess powder straight away, but you leave the powder sitting on top, what you end up with, the powder can become a little bit grainy, milky. So usually you need to remember, brush it off straight away if you want it to stay clear. That's what I said when I'm doing encapsulating. All we have to brush the excess powder off immediately to keep that powder stay clear. this instant, this is all my underneath layer. I'm not doing a see-through design, so I don't need that crystal clear, so I don't bother too much. Okay, put our powder away. Put our activator, seal is on. So activator only go on when you completely finish your dipping layer. Or when you need to do filing. There are some cases when you do color blocking that you need your primary layer to be completely dry before you apply the secondary color. Then you can apply your activator halfway so you can file down your primary color. So once again, skin on the sides off, but you can see because we've done things quite neatly, there's not a lot of skin to be pulled. So when we have our corner patcher, just putting a little bit of activator underneath as well. We're now going to file our nails down. only going around the cuticle to smooth out the powder. I'm going to change to my cuticle head. Then I'm going to run around my cuticle on again. So you can see the nails have that little nice curved. So just going to smooth out the cuticle edge to it. With this one that I've done the corner patch up for, you can use a cuticle line just to even out your nails underneath as well. So look, it won't have any bumps under. That's it. So make sure you check the nails on all angle. You're happy with the curved. Here we go. If this was a normal dip and you want to use a dip coat, the dip top coat on top of this, you would need to activate it again, and then you can use your dip top. Activate, and then wait for 30 seconds. Make sure the activator layer is completely dry, and then do your dip top. But because I'm going to do design, and most likely I have to use gel top to seal my design, so I'm not going to put the last activator on, because if you use gel on top of dip and you add that additional or the final activator layer, and then the gel sitting on top of that activator layer, the gel will easily peel off later on. So to make the gel last, it has to go on a naked powder layer, if that makes sense, without the activator or the sealer on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna go away and then I'm gonna check my design and decide what I'm gonna do with these nails. I'll see you shortly.